Hey guys, terrorsqd here. Today, I wanted to introduce one of my favorite games, which is called Kingdom. It came out October of last year, and the point of the game is to try to defend your base, which is kind of what this is, or your kingdom, against trolls that try to attack you every night. The end result of this game is you destroying the portals at both ends of the map. Now that is pretty hard because once the waves keep going, it does get kind of complicated to be able to defend without really losing that much money. Right now, you kind of begin receiving money by your archers killing like rabbits, kind of like that, and you keep moving on to eventually having farmers kind of building up. You get knights eventually. All of this does take some time, but it's a great game, and you guys should check it out after watching my video, of course. But go ahead and enjoy. Now, we're kind of needing to get set up for the first day. So we've set up another archer, so we can have 2 archers, which helps make money and also defend our base at night because they do come from both sides. Go ahead and steal that. And one tip I would give is that you want to keep recruiting each day, and you can do that by going to a camp that's nearby, which you can either find on the left or right side. Now, it all depends on, that's some creepy music. It all depends on what side you go on to. If I had kept going, I'd find a camp, or I'd find statues, which you can use to upgrade, but I can go over that later. Now, it's kind of becoming nighttime, so these guys will start walking in soon. And hey, it's like they were shooting at me. But the point of the game is to keep upgrading to survive, and which, I mean, believe me, it gets pretty ridiculous to be able to do this once you get to day 10, day 15, day 20. It just keeps going, and they just start destroying your walls. It's honestly, it gets really hard, and so you want to try to kind of destroy the walls as fast as possible, I'd want to say. Now there's a merchant to the right, where if you purchase their goods, they'll give you 3 or 4 bows or 3 or 4 hammers. It's all randomized, so there's no real way of knowing, so you can kind of get screwed over. Or you can get like plows, 4 plows, which allows for farming, and 4 plows is great, but you never know, so I kind of stay away from that option. But as you can see, I got 2 archers posted to the right and then 2 to the left, and in a second we'll have some trolls, which is what comes and tries to attack everybody. Yep, there they are. There's one. There's probably going to be one on this side. There he is. Now, they're pretty easy to kill in the beginning. It's not supposed to be that hard, but eventually they start having masks and stuff that just kind of makes them harder. They also have flying units and trolls. They have large trolls, basically. And so it's pretty hard to be able to defend that way. And then usually at the end of every night you have a chest, which is filled with some of the stuff that you didn't collect from one of your people. And then you basically spend most of your day either upgrading, or here's a statue I was talking about. I'm not going to do that yet because that only lasts a day, and we kind of want to use that later in the rounds. We found another camp that has 2, I guess you could say, like, refugees or wanderers. But this game is in early development, and I honestly think it's a great game for how early developed it is. I can't even remember how many hours I have in it, but it's it's great for just, you know, either your internet's offline and you've got nothing to do, or you're bored and you just want to play something for like 10 minutes. I mean, all of this is easy to do. Now, we have some of these walls like that we can build, like these stones allow for towers, and these dirt mounds allow for walls. We can eventually upgrade that, but I've more recently learned the more we keep upgrading this base, it will actually add those for you, which is actually pretty interesting of a fact, because you know, it kind of keeps you from having to waste gold in some senses, which, I mean, gold is very valuable in the beginning, so you kind of want to be able to hold on to that. Oh, look at that gold. Also, one kind of cool thing I thought was really cool about the devs and everything, if you look at my bag, how it's kind of got gold, and when I drop one goes out, but when I pick it back up, you see how it kind of falls down? Now, most of the times, that'll fall right on top of the stack of gold, most of the time. But eventually it can overflow and is an actual physical amount. So if you keep looking at it, eventually it can overflow to the top, and once it overflows, it pops out of your character. And I thought that was actually a really creative idea, so you just can't hoard gold. Eventually it comes to the point where you have to spend it, which I just think is a really intuitive design. And as you can see, now that we kind of have that wood wall, this wall is already being kind of built for us without us having to really pay anything other than for upgrading the whole kingdom. But that was going to have to be done anyway before we get the knights, because the knights are pretty much the best, I'd say, but not the cheapest. Now, we only have low-grade walls, which I don't want to upgrade that right now because of nighttime, but that is one big thing I've kind of screwed myself over with, is that I have attempted to upgrade stuff in the middle of the night that has been like on the outside walls. So my builders will be building and my wall won't actually be useful until it's completely built. And so it's just, I basically get screwed because I lose a builder and my walls go down. So that's kind of one thing you kind of want to make sure to watch. Also, if you see the sky go red, that's when you know it's called a blood moon. And kind of, I don't know exactly why it's called that, because I know that's also a reference from Terraria. But I mean, it's whatever. But you don't you don't want to be outside. You don't want to have anything weak during a blood moon, because you will die. It is really hard to defend from, and you will probably lose some of your archers or whoever you're trying to build or create an army with. And so it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But now here's some guard towers, although we won't be able to have those archers kind of out gathering gold like normal from with the rabbits and the deer. You haven't seen it, but the deer provides a lot more gold. Basically, it keeps them in the guard tower. They are actually able to shoot over the wall because of the position, so they can shoot basically directly over instead of having to arcing the arrow up, which becomes less accurate. Now, it is highly recommended that we at least recruit 2 or 3 per in-game day. Without that, you know, you can kind of run short on people while you're trying to upgrade, and so that's never good. Also, because they walk back, if it becomes the night, the trolls will come and attack them while they're walking back, so you kind of want to make sure that's in the morning, or else you will get screwed over, and you're like, wait, where are all my villagers that were walking this way this whole time? It's just, it took so long and you did it so late that it became nighttime, and the trolls managed to attack them before they could get into your walls, which is something that's never really fun. Let's see if we can get a blood moon. Now, I have looked at some of the reviews on Steam, and it said that a lot of people don't like how hard this game is. And I do agree it is challenging, but I've seen people that have had little to no problem matching up to the challenge, and they've been making some videos on some guides how to make it through. But yeah, I mean, it is, I'd say, a well done game, and it definitely has more development in the future. It could do a lot more, I feel like. There's only pretty much 4 types of units, there being knights, archers, workers, and farmers. Now, some of this stuff is rendered on this map, so it's like randomly generated, which I think is a great idea, so it kind of provides just a slight difference in the gameplay. But I also feel like sometimes it's kind of screwed me over, in a sense we're like a farming spot, which is represented by a waterfall kind of looking thing on the side into this water right in front of me on the screen. And it's been so far away from the main that it takes a while to be able to build up to. And so that's just kind of annoying, but I mean, it is what it is, and that could probably be done in the future. But right here in front of me is where like catapults can be made. If I build a catapult on this right side, it sends it to the right side of the map. If I build one on the left side, it sends it to the left side. That makes sense. It's a really intuitive way of doing it without having to use a mouse or anything, because this whole game is played with the arrow keys, and that's it. So there's no real extra work you have to do. I can just play this game with 4 buttons, essentially, and I really do like that about this game. I can just, it also has compatibility, I know, with PlayStation controllers, but I'm not fully aware with the Xbox controller. But, it's a great game, to be honest. Now, it is, I can't remember how much it is on Steam. Here's an annotation of how much it is, and there will be a link in the comments on Steam, the link to the store page for this game. Now, I may do this on my monthly giveaway, give away this a couple copies or just 1 copy of this game. Go ahead, tell me in the comments if I should do that. And also, if you want this to become a gameplay, go ahead and also put that in the comments. I want to know what you want to watch me and the rest of Terror Squad play. We really love kind of some of the feedback we're getting and the amount of subscribers right now, and we're really happy. So next we want to make you guys happy and post the post the content that you guys want us to post, and we would gladly be able to do that. So go ahead, do that now, please. If you can, like and subscribe. You have no idea how great it makes me feel just looking and seeing us gaining a subscriber. So please go check out our other videos. Check out the videos that we make with other people, like Sprout Productions and Rusty Pirate Gaming. There's going to be a few more in the future, but we're really hoping that you stick around with us. Thank you. Well, that's the end of this video. I'm Red Doge from Terror Squad, and I'll see you guys next time.